What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy, Pool Counter Boxing, coming back at you with another boxing video for the boxing heads and the boxing minds. Please smash that like button for more hardcore boxing content. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the subscribers that subscribing to my channel, and I appreciate the turnout to my live streams. Um, what we want to talk about today is Andre Ward. He says that there's too many belts in boxing. He says that Andre Ward, he won the Olympic gold in 2004, and he got his first title November 2009 against Michael Kessler. He won by technical decision, and he won the WBA super middleweight championship. Andre Ward, he's inducted into the Hall of Fame, the International Hall of Fame. He's also a two weight division, champion. So he got a lot of accolades. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's talking about when it comes to boxing. Now he's an analyst for ESPN, and he's just looking at the landscape of boxing. After he beat Michael Kessler, he beat Carl Froch in 2011 in the Super Six to win the Super Six tournament, and that was a tough competition. Andre Ward was the man, and he outpointed Carl Froch, who feels sour grapes towards um, Andre Ward to the day. And he was just a better man that day. But you know, Ward cut ties with the WBC because he had got injured, and just like Devin Haney, when they stripped him of the WBC for a time because of his injuries, they stripped Ward the same way. And so, the rest of his career, he rejected the WBC. Of course, they tried to come back and offer him some little bullshit title, and Ward wasn't having none of it. And I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? You're a stand-up champion. You're clean, um, and then you come back and strip my man. When he's down, and that's what these sanctioning bodies do. And of course, they HBO made Andre Ward move up. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want him to expose Triple G and lose that little bag of money that they had going on with Triple G. So so Andre Ward know what he's talking about. Then he went on to beat Edwin Rodriguez, and what I'm saying, he won the WBA, IBF, and WBO light heavyweight championship November 2016. What I'm saying, when he beat Sergey Kovalev. What I'm saying, June 2016. So what I'm saying, that's the last time we saw him. What I mean, after he beat Kovalev, that was a good fight. He TKO'd him in the 8th round, and Ward, he got a lot to say because he's a well experienced warrior and a special fighter. He retired with 32 wins, 0 losses, and 16 knockouts, right? With a perfect record. Andre Ward says, all those belts that he won and all the belts that he retained, he didn't have to pay all these crazy fees. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of belts being made so the sanctioning body can charge these crazy fees. For example, Jamel Charlo versus Brian Castano for the first fight for undisputed. Castano got $500,000, y'all, but each sanctioning body got 3%. For their belt. He had to pay that out of that $500,000. So that's 12% he had to pay off of his $500,000. And then you got Jamel Charlo, who made a meal for the fight, right? But he had to pay 11%. He got a 1% discount because he was the unified champ. You know what I'm saying? But he had to pay 11% of his purse to the WBO, the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF, right? And so all Andre Ward is trying to say is, what do they do for these services, right? What is it that they're doing for these services? Can you hear me? Yeah. What are they doing for these services, right? He's saying they send somebody down. They send somebody down with a patch, right? They send somebody down with a patch and sit down and supervise the fight. That's what they do to justify 3% of a fighter's purse. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to go back to the old way of doing things. Andre Ward think they should do an overhaul on the sanctioning bodies, and they need to shut down some of these continental silver, gold, diamond back belts. And you know, I'm in agreement with them. You know what I'm saying? I am in full agreement that these sanctioning bodies are just it's just a racket. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to justify the kind of fees that they're charging these fighters. You know what I'm saying? And it's an incentive not to even get the belt. That's why Mayweather, that's why Canelo, you know what I'm saying? They don't really care about these belts. That's why they're willing to throw these belts aside and fight, and because they're bigger than the belts. That's why Javante Mayweather's pushing Javante Tank Davis the way he's pushing them, because these sanctioning bodies are just leeches. They're parasites on the back of fighters, right? And they want to make the most money, and it's affecting the sport. Which way to push the sport? You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a champion, you got 4 belts, and you got 4 mandatories. Whoever gonna pay the most money, you know what I'm saying? That's who's gonna get the mandatory. So we just got too much corruption going on. You know what I'm saying? We got too many belts for these sanctioning bodies to be able to manipulate the sport. You know what I'm saying, through corruption and payoffs and stuff like that. And I'm with Andre Ward. He thinks that the Ring Magazine belt is the best belt because that's the legacy belt that traces back to the lineal title. You know what I'm saying, the lineal history or whatever. But you know, that's what Andre Ward is all about. He says, he sees the foolishness, he sees the money grab, and champion, they want real belts. They don't want fake belts. You know what I'm saying? If you come in, all you want to be known as the champion of the world. I mean, you don't want, to put all your energy, and coming in, and then you have to pay all these fees for a belt that really don't count towards legacy. Look what they did to Devin Haney. Saying he didn't know if he had a real title or not. They kept saying that he got the fake WBC, and they calling Teofimo Lopez the real champion, the real WBC champion. So it's real confusing, and they need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's messing boxing up. I congratulate elders like Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? Respected champion, retired champion, speaking out against the system, and you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much all I got. You know what I'm saying? This has been Pool Kind of Boxing. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. And remember what I say, y'all. Law don't go around here, law dog. You're savvy. See you in the next one. Peace.